We'll go ahead and get started this morning. So with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. I'll go ahead and ask for approval of the agenda today.
Move to approve today's agenda.
I'll second that. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Go ahead and move to utility permits and secondary roads.
I'm having everybody make their rock maps right now, so hopefully soon we can start getting rock on the gravel roads.
Perfect.
That's kind of where we're going.
All right. Along with that, I would like to say that Sarah Balvance contacted me. She's contacted Lance before, and she was very in high praise of you, and I appreciate that. And so when there's a commendation, I think we need to make that of public knowledge, because a lot of times we don't get that. And so I want to make sure that the public understands that when something good happens, we need to acknowledge those things too. So thank you, Taylor.
Thank you.
Yep. Number 5. Yes.
Secondary roads thing.
Yeah, absolutely, Micah. Come on down.
You just said that about Taylor, and so I want to say, so on our county website, there's some graphical buttons on the front homepage, and one of them is roads closed. And we've changed how we're doing that. It used to kind of just go to a Google map that was updated occasionally with secondary roads information. But we've kind of changed how we're doing that, and we're incorporating some mapping that this Engineer Service Bureau Association is using, and Taylor is able to update that information directly with the Service Bureau, and we're linking to it on the website, and people can sign up to get notified if they want to be notified if a road's been closed.
Mm-hmm.
There's a link on our roads closed page that takes you where you can sign up, and not only can you sign up about getting notified about county roads in Hardin County, but you could just sign up for every county that you so desire.
Wow.
Or that's participating in it anyway. So it has changed a little bit, but Taylor has assured me, I'm going to put him on the spot here, that he is going to be staying on top of that.
Yep.
So that information will be updated. Not necessarily the day-to-day stuff,
Right.
but the ones that are long-term closers. It's going to involve people making changes in their travel plans over any extended period of time. So I'm very excited that anytime that we can keep information on the website current so that people know it's relevant, I'm in full support of that.
Perfect. Thank you, Micah. All right. Let's move to item number 5, the review and approve the final plans for the 2018 pavement marking program.
So our plan this year for painting the roads was we were going to do just about every center line in the county, except for the roads that we're doing this year and last year. So
Okay.
seemed like a waste. And so since we took a little bit of that off, we're doing some of the symbols up north towards Iowa Falls. So a little bit of white paint in there too.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve the final plans for 2018 pavement markings project number FM CO 4291 5542.
I'll second that. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Move on to item number 6, public comment period. Anybody with public comment? Hearing none, I'll go ahead and we'll ask to move to item number 7. We have 2 sets of minutes to approve.
Can you give me the dates on those minutes?
Yeah, Nancy, do you?
March 8th and 12th.
Yep.
Thank you. I move to approve the minutes of March 8th.
I'll second that. All in favor of approving the March 8th, 2018 minutes, say aye.
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 Move to approve the minutes of March 12th.
Second that. All in favor of approving the minutes from March 12th, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Next, we have approval for claims for payment. We have 2 sets of those. Nancy, do you have the dates on those?
The 14th and 21st.
Okay.
Move to approve claims for payment of the 14th, March 14th.
Second that. All in favor of approving the claims for payment from March 14th, 2018, say aye.
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 Move to approve the claims for payment of March 21st.
Second that. All in favor of approving the claims for the March 21st, 2018 claims, say aye.
Aye.
Next item we have is an application for the use of courthouse grounds. Application from Hardin County Savings Bank for their 150th celebration. It'll occur during the Pine Lake Festival. Person submitting the request was Audrey DeVilder, and I talked to Jody, and he said there'd been no issues with Hardin County Savings Bank using it for their barbecue burger giveaway in the past.
Yep, I talked to Jody also, and he didn't have a problem with it. Move to approve.
Second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Next item I have is the appointments of the Ellis Township Clerk and Trustee.
I will move to approve the appointment of Mike Brewer as Township Clerk.
Okay, I'll second that. All in favor of approving Mike Brewer as the Township Clerk for Ellis Township, say aye.
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 I will move to approve Kevin Johnson as the Trustee of Ellis Township.
I'll second that. All in favor of approving the appointment of Kevin Johnson, Trustee for the Ellis Township, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Next, we have several change of status for the Hardin County Sheriff's Office. I discussed this with Sheriff McDaniel. We've got 2 hirings, and then we've got a handful of people that have resigned. No disciplinary issues, just getting people off the books that were no longer working in the office anymore. So we'll go ahead and start with the hirings.
Nope, not hirings. Move to approve Michael Chapman, Correctional Officer, $13.12 an hour. It's a higher permanent part-time.
Okay, I'll second that. All in favor of approving Michael Chapman's hire, say aye.
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 Move to approve Hannah Metz, Communications Operator, $13.12 an hour, permanent part-time.
I'll second that. All in favor of approving the hire of Hannah Metz, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Next, we have we'll start the series of the resignations.
Move to approve the resignation of Jessica Olson. Last day of work of 3/6/2018.
I'll second that. All in favor of approving the resignation of Jessica Olson, say aye.
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 Move to approve the resignation of James Barheit. Last day of work to be 3/6/2018.
I'll second that. All in favor of approving the resignation of James Barheit, say aye.
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 Move to approve the resignation of Stephanie Bryant. Last day of work 3/16/2018.
I'll second that. All in favor of accepting the resignation of Stephanie Bryant, say aye.
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 Move to approve the resignation of Karen Shuknick. Last day of work being 3/6/2018.
I'll second that. All in favor of approving the resignation of Karen Shuknick, say aye.
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 This one I'll have a little trouble with. Move to approve the resignation of Viviana Yanez.
I'll second that. All in favor of approving the resignation of Viviana Yanez, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right.
In all of these, it's lack of schedule availability may reapply.
Yep. So no disciplinary issues or anything. Next item I have is award the contract for the county auditing services.
Well, I've talked to a few of the departments that work with the auditing. The current auditor that we have, the prices came in. I have one of the departments sitting here. Would you like to speak?
I would encourage you to stick with Beth's company, just for the mere fact that they're used to our structure and having gone to a new software program in the last few weeks, I think it's gonna be easier for them to manipulate through our audit than having somebody new come in and trying to having us explain, you know, the new system. I think it's gonna be much easier for Beth to muddle through it.
Which is Bowman and Miller.
Yes.
Bowman Miller came in the second highest bid, where the lowest bid was, if I can find their name here,
Anderson and Larkin.
Anderson and Larkin. Yep, Anderson and Larkin came in with the lowest bid. Over a 3-year period, it is $1,916 a year more if we were to stay with Bowman and Miller. They've been with us for quite a few years. I know when we reach out to them, they usually get back to us in the same day. They know the history of the county. I don't know how many years they've been here. I've heard up to 20 already. And I never cross-referenced that to make sure they have been here that long. And I really do have a hard time pulling away from them. When I talked to Jessica, she was favoring keeping what we are. Michelle didn't want change either. And you're right, with the software change that we're undertaking right now, it probably would take quite a bit more for a new company to come in and see how we process everything as well.
I'd feel that I have the same feeling. I like the continuity of operations that are already in place. I do have some experience with needing to call them and them being very responsive, same day call, or if they haven't been able to give me the answer, it's usually within a day of, hey, I don't know the answer, but I will get the answer to you, and it's always been within a 24-hour period. So I'm impressed by that level of customer service, and so I'm very concerned if going a different direction, we might not have that level of customer service.
Well, with that being said, I would like to thank everybody for turning in quotes to us, but I would like to award to Bowman and Miller. So I would move to award to Bowman and Miller.
I'll second that. Any further discussion on the awarding of the contract to Bowman and Miller?
So what's the cost then?
I can give it, so it's $23,700 the first year. And I can provide all the different bids. $23,950 the second, and $24,100 the third year.
How many bids were there out?
3, and I'll give you the bid books. Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Lance?
Aye.
BJ?
Aye. Motion passes. Next I have is appoint an alternate to the decategorization board.
I will move to appoint BJ to the as an alternate to the decategorization board.
I'll second that. Any further discussion?
What is that board?
So it is with, it's a social services board. So a lot of times there's just been a conflict in one of Renee's other boards that happens to land on that day. So to make sure that there's some delegated authority, we needed a backup.
It's Marshall and Hardin.
Yeah.
Yep.
All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Next item we have is appointments to the Board of Health.
I will appoint Diane Meyer to the Board of Health. Move to appoint Diane Meyer.
Okay, I'll second that. Any discussion?
That will still leave an opening left on the Board of Health. I would still like to do the interviews. There's
Yep.
still 2 other candidates.
And Diane is currently on the board and wish to remain on that board. So, all in favor of approving Diane Meyer to the Board of Health, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Item 15, other business. Hearing none, I'll ask for adjournment.
Move to adjourn.
I'll second that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned.